quarter on outside. Our other is because you don't want to go out, you want to go in. So if you're going to crop your image, that's fine, but I wouldn't make your image, like I wouldn't cut your matte to where you had the bottom of your image showing. So you don't want to crop out because you don't want a sliver of just white empty border. So we're going to 2 inches. This is tricky because you have this image hasn't, well no, I can see it.
Yeah, you can kind of see, it's not that big. It ends up
Right there, so you're at, we'll do the same thing, 11 and a quarter.
so 9 and a quarter by 11.
No. 11 and a quarter is where the border meets. So yours will be 13 and a quarter. Okay. One of the not hard things, but you want to maximize, you want to get the most mattes out of a single board. Are all of your images that same size?
I'm gonna have some 5 by 7.
Okay, so we'll just do the one,
but I have 3 boards. I have enough.
Okay. So, how many can we fit horizontally and vertically? I would say probably.
I would say do 4, right? Seems big.
We can fit more than 4.
Oh, sure.
Because it's 13. This board is 40 inches. So 13. And a quarter. 26.5. Okay, so we can fit 3 this way, and that'll give us a 13. So 13 and a quarter here, and then 26 and a half. And then the last one will be what the remainder is, but I'm not going to cut those. I'm just going to cut you out to this way. So I make sure to flip my ruler so that I'm measuring the same size. Decorate the outsides.
Like draw on them, didn't you say? Or was that the box?
Oh, the box.
A little bit box. So, I think so. I think it was just like the.
What?
I thought because you talked about if we like to store
Oh,
it in a box.
yeah.
We can make our own box and decorate it however we want it.
So people who do make custom portfolio boxes, but those are like handcrafted, like, you know, it's not like a Valentine's Day box. It's something that, like, between, if somebody orders your entire series, they all have It's the same process. It's a standardized box. You know, whatever modifications you make to all of them. Yeah, box making is really nerdy and cool. I love it. Because there's nothing like a handmade box. So remember, the blades aren't something you should cheap out on. Like, you can get a pack of blades for like $5. Even though I know you guys are already spending a ton of money, but it will go a lot smoother. Trying to cut one of these with a dull blade,
Can you not cut that on the map cutter?
I can. It's not as precise.
Can you describe what you just did to measure this out?
Yeah. So what we did was take our image, measure what the dimensions of the image itself, and then the dimensions of the paper. And so the mat is going to follow the image size. So think of our border on our paper as just the placeholder for how it's secured to the mat board rather than additional real estate. We don't necessarily, some people will include the natural border, like it'll show in their mat, but then it's a border within a border, and that's weird. I don't like that. So that exists all inside of the mat. So we just did the math for, Lola wanted a 2-inch border, so we just added 2 inches to the image size itself, and that's what
Well,
we're,
4 inches,
yeah, 4 inches total, so 2 on each side. And that's how we got our dimensions for this. So this is 13 and a half. I'm gonna do my best not to fuck this up, and if I do, I will buy you a new one. So our second dimension was a 9 1/4. So it's 9 1/4, 18 and a half. God, 9 plus 18 is 27. So 27 and a half. I became an art teacher, so I didn't have to do math. I was lied to because it actually requires a lot of math. Math, chemistry. So 9 1/4, 18 and a half, 27 3/4. Get that bottom one wrong. I would always double check your measurements before you cut. Measure twice, cut once type of deal, because you mess up, you gotta buy more. So it is in your best interest to make sure everything's right. So Lola's gonna be able to get 3 out of this one. And you can, this does have a straight blade. It is, was it here? I'm not sure where it's at.
Isn't that plastic?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's in here. So you can use this as just. No, you can't. You have to switch it out, but I don't know where the plastic is. We'll probably find it.
So it's 9 1/4?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds wrong.
How big is your image?
That sounds like you added 2 inches and not 4. Right? Confused. I guess not.
Hold on. Are you right?
Because it was like 7 1/4, and now the mat is 9 1/4. That's 2 inches.
catch. So
It's almost
there are 2 here. 9. You're right. I'm glad you caught it. So yeah, it should be
11.
11 and a quarter.
So we can probably only do 2.
2. But did we fuck the math up on?
I don't know. That should be 30. Yeah, that's right.
Because the original.
We can make it 1.5. Or whatever.
yeah, I'm just putting my hand
No, we're right. The 13 is right. It was just because this gives us 2 here, and then we'd meet at 11 and a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we were wrong. Great catch, because that would have been really sad. So what's our new measurement?
11 and a quarter.
And that gives us 22 and a half. Yep. So I'll make that look at
So then I could do a 5 by 7 part.
Wait, are yours different sizes? Oh, cool. Wait, how did? I've never done like a different size in the film. How did you? Did you just have like bigger paper?
No,
Or
I
is it
just have
different and
smaller
larger?
paper.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's cool.
They're like a postcard size.
Oh, cool. Wait, that's really cool.
So when you're cutting, I'm not really putting any pressure. You just do a lot of shallow beaver cuts versus trying to throw down a bunch of pressure. And you never cut the material. You cut towards what you don't care about. So we don't have a choice, but like on that edge, so that if my hand slides off, it goes off into not my image area, but the extra. I didn't have to do stuff like this in Intro to VCD. I didn't make y'all make the perfect box project where you had to cut a box and then use microns to make a perfect interior.
I guess
We
it's
had
just
to do
3D
that
comp.
for,
Yeah.
we're in the same 3D comp.
That's crazy. The project took 2 weeks and it is literally a box within a box. Bob was he was my studio professor because he was there in grad school.
Wait, you took it with VCD or?
I was in VCD when I was originally.
Oh,
That makes sense though.
It's helpful.
it's
like,
a classic pipeline.
Tales of. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are in like graphic design VCD, and they had to do so much like cutting and like stuff like that. Perfect box, whatever.
Something is off. Yeah, that's what.
It's like a millimeter.
it's a 32nd of an inch, but it'll make a difference because our front and back need to be exact. So I mean, if it's off, it is what it is. You just have to make sure
Wait,
you.
it's 2 layered? Like, this is one mat.
Yes.
Oh.
So you can have like your front black
I always
and your
just
white.
had like one for the front and then like a smaller one on the back that just covered the image plus like a little bit. You have to have the same size on the back. That feels so much harder. How do you connect it?
You.
I
Wait,
guess
were you
you're
not
gonna
here for
show
this?
me. No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I just have matting knowledge from high school and that's what we did in high school.
Yeah. So you're sandwiching it in between two.
Oh my god, I might have to get more mat then. I didn't account for this.
So the image will have a 2-inch border on each side and be sandwiched in between 2 pieces of mat board that are the same size.
Yes. Yes. And so now so Lola, what you could do, because you have black and white, is decide if you want your face to be white.
I want it to be black. That was
Okay.
for this one.
Okay. So then we'll cut it that
There's so
way.
much white on
You just have to make sure that they're the same size. So this one is correct at order. I think this one is short.
So you could just put the short one on the back?
No, I would cut whatever its partner is to be. These have to be the same sizes. So I'd cut. If you're using white for your back, then I would cut it that way. I would cut the other one to be the same exact size as the one that's off.
Does it matter what color our mat board is?
No, that's up to you.
What, ooh, could we like?
There's a bunch of colors that all mean.
Maybe I'll do like. Can I do like red? Are we against that?
See what you
Do
want.
it
Do whatever you
I
want.
like it maybe blue.
Okay. So this one's perfect. I'm gonna use this one just because it's gonna be a little bit easier. Set that aside. So grab you're gonna grab your white one because we're gonna just do.
They're all black.
Oh, they're all black.
That's just the back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, then it doesn't matter. We can just use these two.
Oh.
I thought you had. Sorry, I got some that were white, some that were black. So they're all black. How far off are we? So it's going to. I don't want to
It's
check.
gonna be so hard to cut a sliver with the exact thing.
Nah, I can do it. Something was crooked. Isn't that? So this one will be a little bit shorter. So what I'm gonna do is cut this to be.
No, I wasn't.
It'll be a 32nd of an inch shorter.
Is each mark a 30-second?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 marks is a 60.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning so much.
I have been trying my hardest to not relearn fractions and to just go with it. But it's becoming an actual large part of my job to have to be able to measure shit accurately. And not even so I'll be a proponent of learning fractions without learning math. It's easier for me to standardize my system than to just keep guessing at it. So like I'm at the point where I'm like all of my prints, I want them to be the same size so I don't have to keep buying different size frames. I can just make a single frame and it's gonna fit all of one type of my work. So standardizing it makes it.
So right now, we realize the mat boards were not the correct size, so we're cutting off a 32nd of an inch to make sure
Yes,
that they're the
I'm
right
gonna-
size for the image.
Yes, I'm gonna double check.
Maybe you
this.
can pause it. He fixes it.
Yeah, you can pause it.
Are fixed and the same size.
Okay, so now we're gonna switch over. And we're gonna use a cutter. So this cutter cuts at an angle. You just press it in. Because we love a nice beveled edge. So you only need to cut one, because we're just cutting windows in them.
We are using the mat cutter to cut windows for the image to go through.
So I need to also I'm gonna do it on the back. Need to mark. So you do it on the back because it's angled. Where it punches through on the front is actually slightly further off from where the initial hole is made. I feel like I said that really confusing. It comes in, the blade is angled like that. So the top where it ends is different from the bottom. There's about maybe like a 32nd of a difference. So you just want to keep that in mind. So that's why we do the back, so that the hole's where it needs to be. Or do I have that backwards? It is definitely a morning. Definitely a morning.
Maybe we should do a test.
Yeah. So we have the shit paper. Did that backwards. So you have to go in the right direction. Okay, let's actually make this somewhat scientific. So that is my starting point. Front.
You do it from the
Do it from the front. And that's how we do a test.
Cut on the front of the mat board, not the back.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe cut and do it in your video.
And on your mat board, you cut on the front of the mat board that will be showing, not the back of it.
It's okay. Last night I was printing in the dark room and I was so frustrated. I was doing like 95-second exposures and nothing was showing up. And I was printing on the wrong side of my paper.
Did it ruin your paper?
No, it just like wasn't showing up. But I was doing test strips. I did like
Oh.
10 test strips before I realized.
That'll happen. So I'm just measuring out 2 inches on all the dimensions. So 2, 2. And then I'm taking where I'm measuring these dimensions.
So you just do 2 inches from the side.
And then I put center ones. So I went 2 inches in and I used those marked to tell me how deep in. You also have this, which is helpful. So this is just a guide. So it's a sliding scale. And so
Where
this,
do you set
so right here.
it?
Are,
What number are you using?
2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This is normally what you can just use straight this. I add the marks in to make sure it's accurate, but you can set this scale and it'll hold your image 2 inches in. So, and because of that, I can see oh god. It's a lock. I'm trying to remember.
Look at this one.
Either way, because I already measured it, I know where I'll stop, regardless.
Oh, but you put the lock to stop at the 2 inches.
Mm-hmm. There's also so this has a notch, and it tells you where you need to stop. So if I'm using that notch, I'll just make a light line. And so if you're gonna do it this way, just use a really hard pencil, like you don't wanna leave any extra marks. So in the 16. My eyes just messing with me. It looks uneven for some reason.
And on your mat board, you cut on the front of the mat board that will be showing, not the back of it.
It's okay. Last night I was playing in the dark room and I was so frustrated. I was doing like 95-second exposures and nothing was showing up. And I was printing on the wrong side of my paper.
Did it ruin your paper?
No, it just like wasn't showing up. But I was doing test strips. I did like 10 test strips before I realized.
That'll happen. So I'm just measuring out 2 inches dimensions. So 2, 2. And then I'm taking where I'm measuring these dimensions. This will go here. Alright, so now I have my dots.
So you just do 2 inches from the side.
And then I put center ones. So I went 2 inches in and I used those marked to tell me how deep in. You also have this, which is helpful. So this is just a guide. So it's a sliding scale. And so
Where
this,
you set
so right here.
it?
are-
What number are you using?
2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This is normally what you can just use straight this. I add the marks in to make sure it's accurate, but you can set this scale and it'll hold your image 2 inches in. So, and because of that, I can see. Oh god. It's a lock. I'm trying to remember.
Look at this one.
Either way, because I already measured it, I know where I'll stop, regardless.
Oh, but you put the lock to stop at the 2 inches.
Mm-hmm. There's also so this has a notch, and it tells you where you need to stop. So if I'm using that notch, I'll just make a light line. And so if you're gonna do it this way, just use a really hard pencil, like you don't wanna leave any extra marks. So then the 16. My eyes just messing with me. It looks uneven for some reason.
The mat board has a 2-inch border all around it, and now we were cutting the window of the front piece.
Oh, cool.
You just do it in light pencil. And I also didn't mark into my border. All of this is gonna get cut away anyways, or it should be. So that won't really matter as much. Making sure that that's flush.
I got a peace offering.
Oh, thank you.
In a plastic bag.
Some people call it a peace offering. Other people call it a bribe.
They both work, don't
Okay, so I'm using the dash in this metal bevel. That tells me where the blade is going to land. This is a lock to tell me where to stop so I don't go too far. And so I'm just extending it to here, and then I'll use this to lock it into place so I don't go too far. And then I start the same position. I'm just trying to think which direction the bevel is going now.
I think the wrong direction. I can
It
see
is.
by the angle of the blade.
It is. So I was right the first time, and it is this way. But since we just locked
It's okay.
our stuff in, yeah, it'll start and stop. So the back, you do cut the back
my
for the
God.
bevel. I don't know why I second guessed myself on that. But
To use the bevel you do cut on the back of the mat board, disregard what we said earlier.
there's so many edits in this video. Like,
This is the worst demo.
The camera
Just
work's
kidding,
not
it's
great
really
either.
good. It's a really good demo.
It's okay. It isn't.
It's just a lot of edits.
Because I didn't refresh myself on this before class started because I forgot we were doing
Just
this.
do it. Well, that was a
I
couple
just,
weeks ago.
yeah, but I only use this mat board cutter once a year when I'm like finishing my pieces, and at that point I'm not. Like I'll reteach myself and then I'll forget and then I'll reteach myself.
Did you see it's too loud if I turn that back here? It's okay.
We're
It is
running a
funny.
really professional demo
Look,
recording.
I see that you have your iPad out and everything. Like, this is serious. I can wait.
Which table?
What'd you say?
Which table? The really obnoxious one? Oh, that one's probably fine.
Here, we'll test it. I put it on for a second for the experience.
This is definitely one of those cascading issues type of thing. And let me
You got
just
it.
get it right. You can
Just
And we're back.
remeasured on the back of the mat board to cut with the bevel on the mat cutter.
Hardly know her.
yes.
That's
So
what I was.
cut
that's
on the
what I was
back.
cooking that entire time.
Cut on the back 2-inch
That one was
borders
cooking
with a
really
window
short
for the
answer.
photo.
Thank you.
I just got
I was listening, but I was
flashbacks
also cooking at the same time.
because I did this same mistake, but I cut all the way through, and then the bevel was the wrong way.
So this window that we're cutting out is where that photo is gonna go in. Shout out Lola.
Because there were some that were.
Well, because I didn't know if you liked them or not,
This
because
one?
all you responded to with was the emoji, the bird emoji, and I was like, does
I
that
thought
mean?
that was pretty. No, that means it's fire, but it's ice.
I think that means it's cool.
I sent her all these
No,
all these
I-
pictures. She just
These
responds
were-
back with one emoji, and it's like the ice emoji. I'm like, okay,
I was
you
gonna
mean.
give you my reaction in person. Why? No, I thought these ones were
She's
really
saving
cool.
it for
Yeah,
Lit,
yeah. 'Cause I like the
obviously.
ones where you can see both of our eye colors. Like I think that's.
The DC, can I show you more? while you're cutting. Like you hear.
You can hear distraction. This is important. Here's another one.
I just took like a few.
Cool.
Sick.
Sick. It's cool. Cool emoji. Fire. Yes, it's cool. I'd say it's nice. Like kind of sick. And then I did these cool edits. Well, I don't know if you're gonna like
That's
it,
nice.
but like
It's interesting. It looks great.
more. We have more.
It's like a
Sick.
Saving it for critique.
Oh, you like that one?
Well, no.
Well, I need it in
would.
progress.
It's just hard geometric cuts. I would.
You know how he feels about that.
No, I know. Yeah.
You should get the loom out.
I would try instead of the squares.
Cut the figures out.
Wait, let me see.
Either something more organic. So find natural lines in the
yeah,
image.
I-
Like, yeah.
That-
Well, because this one was the first one I did, and then this one it's like,
That's better.
yeah. And then this one. This is my favorite one.
No, I genuinely though love them so much.
This
I'm
one- the
so,
blue
they're
streak
so
is
good.
so cool.
Yeah, they're really good.
If
I
I
really
blue
like
map one,
them.
you can get colored map one.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
what
blue.
That's what I asked. I want to get red.
Window.
Yeah.
So you need to pay attention to where the bevel is going, and that'll tell you where if you should do it on the front or the back.
Big reveal.
Yeah.
Does it fit?
Does it fit?
Yes.
It fits.
How do we
Who's
sandwich
gonna be
it?
here tonight at like 8:30?
So,
I'll probably be here tomorrow. Okay, I will be here too if anyone wants to meet up.
so we have our window.
I might have
Our
to,
window.
I might have to cancel some things.
Our
Now, I need to go get. So we have to use archival tape. I need to go get it. So
I didn't buy archival tape.
So now we are measuring out the archival tape to use to secure the two map words together.
So I'm just doing an inch. I need a little bit more. An inch should be fine.
I get so excited when I see a text. No, look.
So those are
No.
for the hinge.
I agree.
And then we're making a T. So I'm measuring out an inch and a half. For that T. So the inch and a half one goes on the back of your image. The inch one is the top of the T. And it connects it to the board. I don't know why I'm putting my blade like this. Alright. So my keyboard. This will be hidden anyways. But still.
Wait, why did I have to do that?
It was so we could measure out the window on that. Why did you do it on this one?
You told me to.
Oh yeah, so we know where to place it. It's so we know where to place it, but you don't necessarily need to do that. So first we'll secure the hinge. You just align edge to edge. Like those.
We are making a hinge with the archival tape.
Am I struggling so? half an inch on each side. Oop. So that gives us our flap. So you can measure it how we did, but you can also just place it in the window.
So the bottom doesn't get taped down. It's like a flat.
Mm-hmm. You could tape it down. Some people tape the entire thing and just sandwich it in. You do that if you want. There's that. So I just place sticky side up to stick to the back of the image, and then another piece which needs to be longer than that, so we're gonna do an inch and a half. Because I did it backwards. This was supposed to go on the top. Position it. Come on. What's up?
Can we still meet today?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay. I'll see you later.
See ya. I'm just trying to get the tape off and it's not working.
Do you need assistance?
At this point, it's more about pride. Well, Lola gets that. So the other method is use corners. So these are photo corners.
Photo corners.
So this is technically done.
That is where you finished what it should look like.
I didn't know this was a horizontal image, so you should tape the tops.
It's a book. Oh, it's not okay.
Photo corners are the alternative to archival tape on the image.
Yeah, I would use corners if you were using any kind of colored background. Like if you're just doing white, it is what it is. So I'm actually going to readjust this because we have some buckling. So it needs a little bit of room.
Probably not gonna leave.
Just sit and readjust them. Is it?
Oh, you gotta flash.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna double check this because you don't put the tape on the outside because you'll be able to see it
Yeah.
at the hinge. But
Why can't I just do a little tape bubble right there?
So now we are measuring out the archival tape to use to secure the two map words together.
so I'm just doing an inch. I need a little bit more. An inch should be fine.
I get so excited when I see a text. No, look.
So those are
No.
for the hinge.
I agree.
And then we're making a T. So I'm measuring out an inch and a half. For that T. So the inch and a half one goes on the back of your image. The inch one is the top of the T. And it connects it to the board. I don't know why I'm holding my blade like this. Alright. So my board. This will be hidden anyways. But still.
Wait, why did I have to do that?
It was so we could measure out the window on that. Why did you do it on this one?
You told me to.
Oh yeah, so we know where to place it. It's so we know where to place it, but you don't necessarily need to do that. So first we'll secure the hinge. You just align edge to edge. Like those.
We are making a hinge with the archival tape.
half an inch on each side. Oop. So that gives us our flap. So you can measure it how we did, but you can also just place it in the window.
So the bottom doesn't get taped down. It's like a flat.
Mm-hmm. You could tape it down. Some people take the entire thing and just sandwich it in. You do that if you want. There's that. So I just place sticky side up to stick to the back of the image, and then another piece which needs to be longer than that, so we need 1.5 inches. Because I did it backwards. This was supposed to go on the top. Position it. Come on. What's up?
Can we still meet today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you later.
See ya. Ugh. I'm just trying to get the tape off and it's not working.
Do you need assistance?
At this point, it's more about pride. Well, Lola gets that. So the other method is use corners. So these are photo corners.
Photo corners.
So this is technically done.
That is where you finished what it should look like.
I didn't know this was a horizontal image, so you should tape the tops.
It's a book. Oh, it's not a book.
Done.
Photo corners are the alternative to archival tape on the image.
Yeah, I would use corners if you were using any kind of colored background. Like if you're just doing white, it is what it is. So I'm actually going to readjust this because we have some buckling. So it needs a little bit of room.
Probably not gonna leave.
Just sit and readjust them. Is what
Oh, you gotta fix.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna double check this because you don't put the tape on the outside because you'll be able to see it
Yeah.
at the hinge. But
Why can't I just do a little tape bubble right